Good afternoon. This is Shannon. It is September the 6th, 2025. I'm responding to our Instructional Methods in Language Arts and Social Studies graduate class assignment, in which we're supposed to talk about patriotism and its importance and relevance as far as teachers in the classroom and how they can go about introducing it and utilizing it with their students. And so I did, for the last assignment, I did this wonderful little booklet with Book Creator that I created in addition to what we're supposed to do with our cloud we're supposed to do. And it was a real quick little booklet on patriotism that I made for students. I was trying to figure out how to be able to do something quick like that students will enjoy. And so I just created this booklet. If you want to see the last assignment on what is patriotism for kids, really cute little pictures and all that and everything. Real quick little book. It's like 5 pages I did. And so in response to this assignment, talking about how did I learn about patriotism in school? I just remember being in elementary school, reciting the Pledge of Allegiance every single day. You know, saying that every single day, and the importance that our teachers, all of my teachers really, I remember instilled in everybody, standing up and saying the Pledge of Allegiance every single day. That's something that we all memorized and we all did. And so that just instilled in me a respect, even at an early age, of just honoring our American leaders and our American flag and the benefits of being an American citizen that we have today, in spite of the history that we've had, and we all know what that entails. And so that's what I remember mostly. And then I remember my 10th grade teacher, just as a funny story, she has remembered the preamble to the Constitution. She had all of us memorize it. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and ensure these blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish this Constitution to the United States of America. So I remember my 10th grade teacher had all of us memorize that night. To this day, I remember it by heart. So that's something, a little funny story. So those are the things I remember. I didn't remember getting a lot of instruction on patriotism, but those are some of the things I remember. And so talking about how teachers can complicate and kind of go to the left as far as teaching patriotism, I think that's the reason why I thought I would do the assignment for kids, because when I first read it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about answering a question about what is patriotism from an African-American woman point of view in America, even though, you know, we've come a long way and all that and everything, don't get me wrong, and we have a long way to go in some ways as well, and not being negative about it, but being positive about it. But I just kind of was like, kind of paused for a moment. But then I thought about, if I'm a teacher, how would I introduce this to my students? And so I would tell my students, you know, honor the great things about our country and respect and treat each other with kindness, dignity, and being good citizens and following the rules. And so that's what made me think about it. Well, think about it if you're talking to your students, and that's what made me think of the idea of the book that I created, the little 5-page little book that I created with Book Creator, in addition to what we're required to do, which was the cloud. And then also just thinking about some aspects of the text that relative to my teaching. So I was thinking about one of my classes, we're talking about how to organize instructional formats and programs and things. And so talking about how you can design instruction in a way that students can master the concept. So when you're thinking about talking about patriotism, what are some ways that you can implement that in your classroom? So teachers have to really sit down and reflect and think about what's the best way to do a unit on patriotism and all that, everything. Do it something like a booklet, some type of hands-on activity, have the children discuss topics about good citizenship, and maybe do a recycling project or something to talk about our national symbols like the American eagle and baseball and the American pie and these symbols of whatever you want to talk about, the symbols of our country and all that, everything. And so teachers have to really think about and sit down and reflect upon how they can go about best introducing such a sensitive topic so that they don't mess it up, so they don't get their personal feelings involved, and so they don't start or just getting into going overboard with the negative aspects of history, although that's still important, but just they have to really think about and be careful about how they will go about implementing and teaching such a sensitive subject. So I think that is something that teachers need to think about. So that's something that I learned from the text that we're reading, just going about how you would go about doing a project such as this or a unit such as this. Think about how you would design it, how you would implement it, and being careful with it so that you don't get your personal feelings involved, which is very human for all of us. So I hope you like that video, and have a wonderful evening. Sarah Shannon.